Okay, here we are, City Heroes Video Tours. Slightly unusual video tour in the fact that we just started off with a giant monster mash fight with the Kraken, but that's because this video is in fact a slightly advanced tour video of the Perez Park zone. You can see my video for the previous tour that I did long ago. This is kind of an updated version. First, here's the badge for beating the Kraken. The Kraken spawns at random intervals in the zone. There's no way to trigger it. It's on a timer. So what else are we going to look at here? Well, we're going to look at the fact that Perez Park is kind of a smorgasbord for defeat badges if you're into the badging. Case in point, we have skulls. There's a badge for skull bosses and a badge for regular skulls. And then with the Lost also spawn here, there is a defeat badge for Lost bosses. None of these targets qualify as a Lost boss, so... The Vazalok. Look for their embalmed cadavers, wipe out 100 of them, and you get a shiny defeat badge. Ah, here's a couple of Lost bosses right here. And over here we have Circle of Thorns. They spawn quite a lot in here. Some of these groups sometimes have mages, which count towards a specific badge. And other groups have hordlings, and there's a defeat badge for hordlings and a gladiator badge also for defeating hordlings. So this is actually a pretty good zone for that too. It's also a low-level zone, so these targets really can't destroy me. Jumping over the wall here, we're now entering the territory of the Hellions. Hellion bosses, 50 of them for a defeat badge. But they gotta be boss ranked. The minions don't count. Oh, there's one right there. Okay. It takes about 50 skull bosses, as I recall, for the skull defeat badge. We'll double check that in a moment. Takes 500 skulls for the other skull defeat badge. Why they set that so high back in the day, I don't know. You would think they would maybe consider the wisdom of dialing it down a bit nowadays, but guess not. Ah, there's an embalmed one right there. Those are the targets for the defeat badge of the Vazalok. Sometimes these guys here can revive the embalmed. Sometimes they won't. If they do, that's a double tap for extra mark on the defeat badge. Hallelujah. There's a couple of embalms there. Easily wiped. Let's go keep on cruising. Clockwork. Yep. There is a badge for specific clockwork. We'll see if we can get progress started on it. I'm not going to hunt all the defeat badges in this video. I'm just showing where you can get progress on them. I'll obtain them all later. Ah, here we are. The princes of the clockwork. Take him down. And the targets for the badge are popping up right there. The little gears. Yes. And they're wiped out. Hallelujah. There's another Lost boss. Okay. And there's another one. Full destruction. There we are. And there's another. Ah, another prince. They're rain fire down upon the enemies. And they're out. Another one. Hooray! goes another lost boss. Over on this side of the wall, we got more Hellions we can target for looking for the bosses. Oh my. Let's try this. Rain of fire down upon the bosses. Let's see if it lasts long enough to get all the gears. And just might. And it did. Okay. Nice and efficient. Oop. Here's another. Waste not, want not the opportunity. Nah, let's not use that. Let's use this. Over here. Excellent. Oh, here's another one. Okay. Oh, more clockwork. Okay. No objections. Gears all burn up as they emerge. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay. And over here on the other side, there's more Hellions as well. Okay, one moment. Okay, let's still take a look here. Oh, alright, got that one. Okay, good. Alright, I already have the Gear Smasher badge, but you still got to see where you could easily find them in here. Hordlings and mages you can find throughout the zone. You can take them down here. The Hellion bosses. The Lost bosses. That clockwork. That clockwork won't bother me now. Let's see what else we got here. Yep, 50 skull bosses and 500 regular skulls. And then up here we have the Mutated Marauder badge that I already got. This badge there was a recent addition. It comes from wiping out 100 of the Hydra spawn, which you can do here with great ease. There's the Abandoned Sewer Trial, and there's the Labyrinth of Fog. But if you really want the badge quickly, just whip through the zone here and just destroy it. Energy Mage, that's one of the mage targets for the defeat badge, so let's take him down. There. Happy Citizen is now freed. Oh, Hordling. Okay, so there. You get the idea about how to find badges here in Perez for the defeats. Now let's go ahead and start something else here. That was the first map badge that we were closest to. It's right there in the fountain. There it is. Over here is one of the history plaques that's in the zone. Okay, so there's that out of the way. And then let's head over to here. There's the marker for it. Around the Bendis. There we are. Yeah, more clockwork bosses. Well, I've already got the Gear Smasher badge, so I don't need to blast them. But as you can see, this zone is usually pretty ripe with them, so... And then we head over to here. The next map badge. Maybe see about getting that statue repaired. Here's the next one. I'm guessing that was a hero that got cut down a little too soon, according to that description there. And there we have this one. Let's circle this way. There's a shiny badge here. Yep. There it is. Yeah. Okay. I'll just zoom over to here. Here's the next plaque. Ooh, not gonna pass up some more things. Nice little group of them. Yep. I see at least one more. And of course, law of averages states there had to be a misfire there, of course. Got some more mages and horlings. There's some more. Ooh. Can't pass these guys up. Or that one there. There we are. Ooh, and a lot more here. Alright, again, enough about that. I'll pursue those defeat badges at another time. No rush with this ult. Here's another plaque. Okay. Now, let's see here. And you can't fly through the trees or the treetops. You gotta fly under or over. Yeah. Rather dense trees. Oh well. And then we go over to here. There's the plaque. Give it a tap. Okay. There's one more plaque to get and about 2 more map badges ought to do it. Just gotta... Oops. Some embalmed ones. Not gonna pass up that, sorry. And the trick for these bat badges is finding the right path in the forest. Not an easy fun task at times. Case in point. Aha. Oop. Bye-bye, Hordling. There's that map badge right there. Now the real trick is how to get to the other map badge from here. Not. Okay, no cadavers there worth blasting. Oops, here's another one. Put him out of the way. Ah. There. Okay, and there's the accolade for all 8 map badges in the zone. So, okay. Nope, can't pass up this opportunity. Targets, targets, targets. Okay. And the final plaque of the zone. Okay. Alright, well that's that. That's going to be a cut and print and wrap for you for Perez Park. Nifty little advanced tour of all the little badge goodies you can find in here and harvest. So, hope you enjoyed. We'll see you on the next video, and as always, go turn your computer off and go outside and play.